My name is Gladys Aylward. I have written to the head of the Missionary Society. His reply stated that he would see me if I ever came to London. If he's busy, I can wait.
Just one moment, please. Sit down, won't you? Dr. Robinson will see you now, Miss Aylward.
How nice of you to drop in so soon.
I decided to come after I had received your letter. I couldn't wait any longer.
You've severed your connections in Liverpool?
There wasn't much to sever. I brought everything I owned with me.
I see. Well, sit down, please.
Wait, you are going to use me, aren't you? You are going to send me to China.
It's quite impossible.
Why?
Look, I'm terribly sorry about this. I blame myself for not having been more clear in my letter, but...
But why can't you use me?
To be a missionary in China today is frightfully difficult. I'm not speaking from hearsay. I spent 3 years there for every year I spent here at home. You don't know what you'd be facing. The filth, the squalor, the hardships in the remote areas.
Well, that doesn't frighten me. I'm strong. I'm used to hard work.
My dear girl, don't you understand? You're just not qualified. We send to China only those of our people who have very special education and experience.
I know. I've had a very ordinary schooling. And since then, I've been a servant. But I've read. I've studied by myself. I've worked at the Liverpool Mission on my days off.
I understood that from your letters. And I do understand the strong call you feel for China, but...
But it isn't enough. Thank you, anyway.
Have you any plans?
No.
Well, forgive me, but... Are you all right for money?
Oh, I'll get a job.
That may be difficult. There's so much unemployment now.
I'll manage.
No, wait, please. I may be able to help you. You see, people sometimes contact us when they have positions. Old China hands, clergymen, and so on. I suppose they feel confidence in anyone we recommend. Yes, here's one. Sir Francis Jimison, the explorer and a good friend to China missions. Now, I'd be very happy to approach him for you. That is, if you've had experience as a second maid.
Yes. Yes, I have. For that, I'm qualified.
Morning.
Morning. What is the fare to China, please?
China? But where in China, miss?
Wherever I can get to the quickest.
Exactly £90 by boat.
Is that the cheapest way?
Oh, no, that's not the cheapest way. The cheapest way is overland with the Trans-Siberian Railroad. That is only £41.
It's a lot, but it's better.
Unfortunately, it's quite impossible. Look, will you come over here? I'll explain. Look, this is the route. You go from England to Holland, across Germany, Poland, Russia, Siberia, China. The best, it's a very long, dangerous, and difficult trip. But over and above that, at the moment, there is a situation on the Russian-Chinese border to which both parties have sent troops. There's already been considerable disturbance.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
But, miss, there's been shooting. This may turn into a war.
But why would anyone bother me?
Miss, Millfields undertakes to deliver its clients to their destinations, usually in good health, but always alive. And we cannot guarantee your deliverance to China alive, not by the overland route.
I'm on my way to Chelsea, a mile away. Who can guarantee that I'll get there alive? Will you book me a passage, please?
Very well, then. For what date?
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't got £41. But I'll pay something on account and come back every week and add to it. I'm very reliable.
I don't doubt it. But we don't sell tickets that way. Look, couldn't you save it up and then bring it in?
I might get discouraged. If I know I own a small part of a ticket, it'll be easier. There, I'll take the pennies and leave you the rest there. That is £1 and 5 shillings.
Is that all you have?
Isn't it enough for the first payment?
Oh, miss, you can't leave yourself with just 4 pennies to your name.
Oh, that's all right. I'm on my way to a new job.
Well, supposing you don't like the new job or it just doesn't work.
I'll make it work.
Will you spell your name for me, please? Last name first.
Well, the mission don't send flighty ones, and that's a blessing. Come in.
You're Gladys Aylward? I'm Miss Thompson, the housekeeper. I expected you an hour ago.
Oh,
No excuses, please. Are you an experienced second maid?
Yes, Miss Thompson. I've worked for...
We'll soon see. The wages are 19 shillings a week, Thursday and every second Sunday off from 10 till 10.
Well, that'll be fine, thank you.
I should think so. Please remember, there are 50 girls for every job in London. I'll take you to your room. Short of breath, are you?
Oh, it's just a suitcase.
The room's small, but it's clean.
Oh, it's fine, thank you.
Good. Now, Gladys, stop it. Why do you want to make work for yourself on your day off?
Oh, it was straight. And with people coming in for tea, you would have bitten my head off if I'd left it.
Good morning, Sir Francis.
Good morning, Sir Francis.
Was he annoyed at your being there?
No, I don't think so. He said what he always says. Good morning.
I dare say you want your money. And I dare say it'll be spent by the time you get back tonight.
Every penny. Every single penny.
With that, I make the grand total £24 9 shillings. Why, that's more than half your ticket.
Oh, then at this moment I'm entering the western end of Siberia.
Well, not quite. Tomorrow, perhaps.
Oh, tomorrow I'll be halfway through it. I'm cleaning a lazy woman's kitchen this afternoon, bless her. And serving at a birthday party this evening. That's at least another 10 shillings.
And much too much work. You haven't had a holiday for 3 months.
Oh, I don't need one.
You'll be exhausted by the time you get there.
Oh, I won't. I'll have lots of energy left. Lots left to use. Goodbye. Birthday cake, Bessie, with half a yellow rose.
Oh, Glad, whatever have you done?
What is it?
Gladys, take off your coat and put on your apron. Sir Francis is waiting in the library.
Sir Francis?
Those gentlemen came to tea. There was an argument about a book. Walled Cities of China, it was.
Oh.
Sir Francis went to the shelf and it was gone. He rang for me. Perhaps it's been borrowed, I said. I didn't lend it, he shouted. Search the house. And there it was, under your pillow. A book worth £50. I'm afraid this is the end, Gladys.
Come in. Since you were recommended by the Missionary Society, I assume you know the difference between right and wrong. What have you to say for yourself?
I'm sorry that you were worried, but I didn't damage the book. I've been very careful with all of them.
All of them? You've done this before?
Yes, sir. I have read a whole shelf on China, and I'm in the middle of another.
Did it ever occur to you that you might ask if you could borrow the books?
But I was afraid you'd say no. And I had to read them. I'm going to China, and I have to learn all I can about it. Oh, Sir Francis, only half of my ticket is paid for. And if I can keep this job just a little longer, I promise you...
Stop fussing, girl. Sit down. Now, what's all this about you're going to China? Is the mission sending you?
No. They don't think I'd be any good. I'm going on my own.
You can't just wander into China without a job, without a destination, without money.
Oh, I'm planning to have at least £5 over and above my fare.
£5? Mm-hmm. But, my dear girl, why? Why must it be China?
You feel where you belong, as if you were told. For me, it's China.
Give up this ridiculous adolescent idea.
But I can help out there.
Help? How can you help? You're not a trained nurse or a welfare worker. You're not even a good...
I want to be a missionary.
A missionary? You? Take my advice. Stay here, my girl, and go on polishing the furniture. You'll do far more good.
No, I won't. It doesn't matter why I feel that God wants me to go to China. The important thing is that I feel it, and because I do, I'll go. No matter what you or anyone else can say. If I can't stay here and earn the money that I need, then I'll go somewhere else.
I see. You may keep your job.
Thank you.
You're a foolish, stubborn girl, unquestionably heading for trouble. However, I shall worry less if some of the more obvious idiocy is removed from your plans. I've outlived all my missionary friends in China except one, Jenny Lawson, worth any 10 women I've ever known. Mind you, I don't promise anything, but I'll drop her a line when I have a moment. She must be getting on. It's possible she could do with a strong young helper. Ah, yes, here it is, her last address. Huh?
Did you pin your passport into your underthings the way I told you? If anyone wants to see it, they must just wait while you go to the ladies and get it. After all, you're a British subject.
Why, there is Mr. Murphy. How kind of you to come.
Well, I'm interested naturally. Some shortbread. Mrs. Murphy made it.
Is this the Aylward expedition?
Sir Francis.
I forgot to give you this at the house. It's been with me on quite a few treks. You'll find it useful on cold nights.
Thank you, Sir Francis. Miss Thompson gave me a camera and Mr. Murphy some shortbread. Oh, Sir Francis, Mr. Murphy from the travel agency.
I'd better be putting your luggage in, Gladys. It's getting tight.
What are you planning to do? Trade with the natives?
Oh, I thought I was going to make my own tea and save some money.
Boil everything, I told her, foreigners being what they are.
Very sensible, very English. Now remember, the mission at Tenseed will get you in touch with Mrs. Lawson at Wangcheng. At least you have a destination. That's something.
It's more than enough. I might not be leaving today if it was not for you.
That is a thought that gives me no peace of mind. Well, off you go.
Are you afraid, Gladys?
My dear, it's not too late to back out. I would, honestly.
Goodbye. Goodbye, dear friends.
выходите! Юрга! Выходить! Все выходите! Юрга!
Conductor, can't you tell me what is happening? Jurga, what is Jurga?
А, английский. Английская.
English spoken.
Oh, good. Can you tell me what is happening?
We arrived to the village Jurga. You must disembark.
No, I have a ticket to Harbin.
Нет, Харбин, Юрга.
Harbin across border of China. There is argument.
Well, I go as far as I can. Thank you just the same.
Английская.
English spoken with excellence. Yes?
Yes, very.
Англичанка! А это что? Женщина! Это неприлично!
Stop shouting at me. I can't understand a word you're saying. Didn't you hear the conductor say that I'm English? Alinsky,
Тут комиссар. О, товарищ комиссар, позвольте.
В чем дело? В чем дело?
Но посмотрите, вот, это женщина. Говорит англичанка.
You cannot stay here. You, woman alone. Soldier, man, not moral. Your passport, please.
Паспорт.
Passport.
Паспорт! А вы что здесь? Ну пошли вон отсюда! Да скорее!
I'm on my way to China, but I was supposed to stop in
Нет,
Harbin.
нет, нет. Next station, you go out. You are by profession machinery? China, no machinery. Why go there? Here in USSR machinery. Good. Tractors, combine, conveyors. You stay here. Machinery, China, too.
Да.
I'm not that kind of machinery. I'm a missionary. I'm going to China as a missionary with a Bible.
Что она там?
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to
Постой! Постой! Понял!
Ты
Yes,
что,
yes,
что ты
that's
на
it.
меня крестишься?
Ну,
That's it,
она
yes.
молится.
Ну кому она молится?
Ну, что она священник?
Ну какое она священник?
Ну, в Китае, может быть, нет? Пускай едет.
Ну хорошо, поезжай.
Ну,
поезжай.
садись,
Поезжай,
голубушка,
садись,
поезжай.
хорошо.
Ну, с Богом. Пойдем.
要不要呢？什么呢？
wait a minute. Come on now.
Wang Chang. This place, Miss Lawson, very nice.
Are you Mrs. Lawson?
Yes, you're Gladys Aylward. Good for you. I didn't think you'd make it. Get down, girl. You're home. Come in and see our grubby palace. Oh, don't get too discouraged. We'll fix it up.
Isn't it very big?
That's why I bought it. It's an old inn. We are going to reopen it. You and I and young my cook. That gave you a jolt, didn't it? You didn't come out here to be an innkeeper. You came out to be a missionary and teach the word.
Well, didn't you?
You know, Gladys, I've never been this far north in China before. Very few missionaries have. Oh, there are a few in Chuchao, Tianjin, the big cities. But there's never been one in Wangcheng before. Nor any white person, chances are.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, thank you.
Now, people here call men in the next village foreigners and suspect them. So why should they listen to us?
But then how do you hope to reach them?
We're after something bigger. The mule trains pass through here. They stay the night at the inns and then go on their way. These muleteers are the newspapers of North China. If we can make one of them listen to us and believe, we reach more people than there are in Wangcheng. Come on in. It's even worse inside.
Why would they stay at our inn?
Because we're going to charge them what the others do for food and lodging and offer something the others don't. First, no bugs. Second, stories, which the Chinese love, free with their dinner. I've got a good one for them to listen to and repeat. Once upon a time, in a little town called Bethlehem, a baby was born.
Oh, it's a wonderful idea.
Well, the mission center at Chongqing put up the money, but they weren't that enthusiastic. Come along in here. Now, there's Yang, my cook. Yang, this is Miss Gladys, who's going to be our new helper. Yang's been with me 20 years, and in case you should think our work's easy, he still isn't a Christian. He stays with me because he thinks foreigners are funny. Now, come and see the rest.
Why is it built this way?
Oh, it's a can. It's heated from underneath, like an oven.
A can? What is a can for?
A community bed. You'll find them in every inn in North China. We've got lots of rooms, but when winter comes, this is the bed everybody will be in.
You mean together?
30, 40, 50 at a time, all fully clothed and ignoring each other. It gets cold here, you'll find out.
Miss Lawson, I go shop now.
Why not go with him? Might as well see what you've let yourself in for.
She go like that?
Oh, I'll get her some proper things.
I wait for you outside courtyard.
The merchants will start raising their prices on us if they see you in those clothes. They'll take you for a rich foreigner.
Rich? In these?
For people as poor as they are, yes. My dear girl, you're in China now.
Yes. Yes, I know.
Oh, my, you look like a Chinese woman. We go now. Miss Jenny like you. You stay when she die?
Oh, Yang.
She's very old, cannot live long.
It isn't nice talking about people dying.
You funny, just like her. Good, you stay in China, I stay with you.
Yang, I've tried to learn Chinese from her book,
Book
but...
don't know, I teach. We point things, then I tell you. Oh. Saint John. Foreigner call him Mandarin. He, like judge, very important. He say, die, you die. This is house where he lives. Chinese call Xinjianfu.
Xianzangfu. Xianzangfu. Are those girls his daughters?
Not exactly daughters, more like wives. But not exactly wives. I go shop here.
Are you going to stay long?
Oh, yes, plenty. First gossip. Then he tell me how much what I want cost. I say no, I go. He call me back, more argue. Plenty long time.
I'll walk around a little by myself. I'll find the way back.
Yes, but don't forget, you foreign devil here.
But I'm sorry, I didn't mean any harm.
Like him.
Was a murderer. He was tried before the Mandarin, proved guilty, and executed. That's their law.
But to chop off his head...
Well, I don't suppose hanging is a pretty sight, but that's what we do in England. That's our law.
But it is different. This is so horrible, so bloodthirsty. And the way people act. And those women, maybe they were frightened, but what about the men in that dragon place? And yelling and screaming at me for no reason at all.
They had a reason. That dragon place, as you call it, was for men only. Ah, there's much that is horrible in China, as in any country. Babies left to die in ditches, the poor preying on the poor. Many things. But they'll change. One thing at a time with the help of the Lord. And that's what we are here for. In this dirty room, to try to help. It's a hard life for a young woman. But it won't seem hard, I promise you. When you're my age and look back, it'll only seem beautiful. The Inn of the Sixth Happiness. Ah, it sounds quite oriental, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes. But Yang says that everybody in China wishes you the 5 happinesses. Wealth, longevity, good health, virtue, and
a peaceful death in old age.
Yes, but they didn't mention any more. What is the 6th happiness?
That you must find out for yourself. Each person decides in his own heart what the sixth happiness is. Come on. Oh, so much still to be done. The windows, the balcony, the roof.
Do you think we should have waited a little longer to open?
Can't afford to. I've used up all the year's allowance from the centre doing what fixing we have done. Can't do any more until we made some money. But don't worry, we will. Mule trains are passing through every day.
I only hope some of them will stop here.
Ah, well, that's your job. You've got to stand outside like a regular Chinese innkeeper and shout to them to come in.
With my 20 words of Chinese.
Go and ask Yang what to shout.
All right.
Oh, Mrs. Lawson, what are you doing? Dividing it up so the mules won't fall all over
these
each
baits
other.
are heavy. Let me do it now.
Don't bury me before I'm ready.
I have to holler to the mule drivers. What shall I say to them?
Oh, I tell you. 没有把声，没有 get down， 我们讲故事，好啊，来呀。We have no bugs, we have no fleas. We do have stories. Good, come. Now, start. 没有把声，
没有把声，
没有 get down，
没有 get down。
我们讲故事，
我们讲故事，
故事，
故事，
好啊，
好啊，
来呀，
来呀，好啊，来呀。That's the second one that passed by. What shall I do now?
Well, get the lead mule in. The rest will follow. Once they start on the fodder, nothing will get them out.
Oh, I can't drag them in, can I? What does Yang Kui Zhu mean?
Yongwei Tse. That means foreign devil.
Oh.
I'm delighted that you have no fleas.
Oh, you speak English. That's wonderful.
Wonderful? To an Englishman, perhaps. Where's the Shenzhen Fu, please?
Oh, it's down the road. But could you tell me, why did the men run away?
They've probably never seen a white person before, especially one bent on capturing their mules.
Oh, could you tell them there's nothing to be afraid of?
Only if it's true.
Of course it is. Mrs. Lawson, who owns the inn, is a missionary.
The most frightening kind of foreign devil.
I welcome you to Wang Cheng, Captain Linan. As a government representative, you honor us with a visit.
In the future, you will be honored by other representatives, Yen Sang. China is going to be one country, not a group of weak provinces left to their own devices.
You're an intelligence officer, Captain, according to your credentials. May one ask, have you come to impart intelligence or to obtain it?
Both.
Primarily, I'm here to observe. The government wishes to know more about this isolated region. Its terrain, its population, its problems.
The terrain is mountainous, the population is peasant, and the problem, as always, is to stay alive. Continue.
I'm instructed to tell you that in some remote areas of China, the laws concerning taxes, the registration of birth and death, and the prohibition against the foot binding of women are not being properly enforced.
But foot binding is a very old custom. Some of the people will never obey this law.
You must appoint a foot inspector who will see that they do. This is part of a program aimed at the equality of women.
The equality of women? That is amusing.
The government is interested in the opinion of the local officials, in their functions, their efficiency, how they run their prisons, their modes of execution, their corruption, or lack of corruption. Elimination of concubines, the management of government funds, even their manner of dress. Now, shall I make a formal protest about the foot binding law in your name?
I think not, Captain. It is better to bend with the wind when it blows. We will have tea.
Mine will not be a long visit.
However long, it will be too short. I fear you will find us very backward. As you said, our district is isolated from this world.
Not so isolated that the missionaries haven't found you. My mule train was waylaid at an inn they seem to run. So you don't object to the presence of foreigners in your city?
What is a foreigner, Captain? How would you describe yourself?
My heart and my mind are Chinese. Only my blood is mixed.
If I have offended a guest in my house, I shall not forgive myself.
It's my own mixed blood which offends me, since I believe China should be for the Chinese.
I cannot speak for all China, just for this one district. Poor and weak as it is, I am confident it can survive many things. New laws, no concubines, even 2 eccentric English women.
Oh, Mrs. Lawson. Oh, wait. All right. I lifted a pot.
And a bale of hay this afternoon.
Yes, and tomorrow I may move all the furniture or start on the balconies. And you're my helper, not my nurse.
But I can't help with the real work, not yet. I can't go in there and tell stories in Chinese. But I can free you for what is important, and if you won't let me, I don't know why I'm here.
You're here because I need you. And I'm a dreadful old woman. And it isn't every day of the week, I'd admit it.
They eat like starved, much like food.
Now all they've got to do is to like the stories. Pray. That's an order.
Sei Bethlehem Jesus tu Schritta, na I tien, tien shang, chu tien la, li ke sing, sir ke sing, ba di ke, tung run, ling dao, ju.
Are they listening? I can't tell.
Mandarin servant from Xinjiang Fu.
What do you think he wants?
Maybe make us close down. Maybe this is last supper, like Bible say.
One herald king. John Lai Yao So Judea king.
Not to worry. He want chief mule driver get baggage for important person. Guess that's Xinjiang Fu.
King Herod Shu. Ye Shu Sai Bethlehem Sung Li Ni
Budka. 这金光故事。
He said, very important person, wait. He want to hear end of story.
He does. So Yang, then they all have been listening.
Shh.
Mrs. Lawson! Mrs. Lawson! Mrs. Lawson! Get a doctor quickly.
They will stone anyone who goes into the mountain villages and orders the women's feet unbound. No one wants the position of foot inspector. I have approached every likely candidate.
It is my impression that in other matters you command rather than approach. In your own interest, I would like you to say...
Senjiang, are you well?
Yes, I am well. Who are you?
Senjiang, I am the servant of the foreign women. The old one has fallen from a great height. Senjiang, please, you doctor.
Senjiang's doctor?
My doctor.
Would you like me to go with him because of the language problem?
Ah, perhaps it would be better. 2 women in a strange land. Get the doctor.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me.
Bethlehem. Good. In 1 week, you'll learn much.
Oh, it's not enough. It'll be ages before I can really tell the Bible stories.
Not to worry. Until you can, I tell.
Oh, Yang, you don't believe them.
Don't have to. Good stories anyway. You want to worry? Worry about food. 2 days more, no more.
I knew you wanted it the moment it came.
Thank you. Please don't go. Oh, they don't believe in the inn. They only agreed to it reluctantly out of respect for Mrs. Lawson's vast experience in China. Without her or a person equally qualified, the project is hopeless. Our advice is to abandon it and come to Shenzhen. In gratitude for your help to our dear colleague, we will arrange for your return fare to England. But with that money, I could open the inn. Why don't they give it to me?
They gave their reasons.
Yes. One reason, always the same one. I'm not qualified. I was a servant in England, that's what they mean. But I came here when they said I couldn't. And I'll stay here, though they say I can't.
I'm going back to Xianchang in the morning. I'll be glad to see that you get there safely.
I'm not going to leave.
You're angry and disappointed, that's understandable. But you must be realistic. You cannot stay.
I'll go to the food merchants. I'll beg them.
They will not give you credit. You will not be able to open the inn. You have no friends. You have no money. You don't know the language. We are in the most isolated part of a country, entering a period of violent conflicts from within and without. It isn't your country. It isn't your problem. You're white. You shouldn't be in China at all.
How can you say that when you're part white?
I'm half white. In your world, I can only be a second-class citizen. I chose China because here I'm allowed to be of value.
That's why I came here, to be of value.
How? By trying to make people believe what you believe? By saving souls who don't want to be saved? Who will agree to anything for an extra bowl of rice? And laugh at you once the rice is eaten. Oh, to argue about such things is to argue about shadows. The dangers that confront you, those are real. Leave now, while you still can. Go back to England where you belong.
If I feel that God wants me in China, then this is where I belong.
In that case, I'll leave you in his hands. Obviously, you don't need my help.
Captain Lin, I know you think I'm stubborn, but I'm not ungrateful. For you to be concerned, to bother, it is very kind.
If I were really kind, I'd have you ordered out of Wangcheng. But since I'm not obsessed with saving souls or lives, I wish you well.
A pleasant journey, a swift return.
You honor me, Xian-san.
I am told that you are not able to persuade the foreign woman to leave.
She's a very foolish young woman.
Clearly, if she closed her ears to your advice.
When she goes, it would be an act of charity to help her, Xian-san.
If that is your wish, it seems possible, however, that she will not go.
She'll go. They all go, the outsiders, the do-gooders, in time.
How I envy the young men of China. How I regret I was born too soon to be so sure of everything.
And how I regret I cannot report to my superiors that the law against foot binding is being fully enforced in the district of Wangcheng.
It is being enforced.
In the city itself, perhaps, but not in the outlying villages, Xian-san.
Nor can it be. That is my first foot inspector. Numbers 2 and 3 are not yet able to leave their beds.
My superiors will probably understand your difficulties. But since they will certainly reduce your income till their orders are obeyed, I would appoint number 4 if I were you. And if necessary, 5 and 6 and so on.
Whom shall I appoint? Those men who are not frightened of the job are disgusted by it. They say it is not man's work to inspect the feet of women.
Then appoint a woman. It's an interesting problem, Xian-san. I shall be happy to hear you have solved it.
Then be happy, Captain. I've just solved it.
I'm delighted.
How kind of you to rejoice for